Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Fields throw pulled in by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big connection on that one. 33 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1. Herbert. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 16. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
This is caught. It's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year? Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Back to throw. Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. wore down defenses, and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Jackson now. And this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields, flush to his right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin.
That's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and actually...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Fields on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 79 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Devin Duvernay. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Fields on 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Fields. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Again, Fields. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Bears. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return is Duvernay. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Dobbins trying the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Dobbins able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Dobbins once more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On second and 11 now. Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Chubb will have the first down and much more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, it's Fields. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of... Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return from Bears touchdown. So how about that play? We have a tie ball game. Defense comes up huge. That's the definition of a big play for this defensive unit.
Not something that you see that happens often to a guy like, let's say, Jamal Charles. Remember 2015? Fumbled it in a key situation.
Roby, right?
Yes, exactly right. Bradley Roby picked it up and altered the ball game.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They go play action now. Jackson out to his left. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Chubb running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd and 12, Fields escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, he's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Chubb on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Callaway, the return man. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That is caught by Callaway. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are